Hello there, my name is Claus Raasted, and I'm doing 100 keynotes in 100 days. Today is keynote number 37. Today I'm going to be talking about the fast, cheap, good triangle of options. Now what does that mean? Well, this is a triangle. It could be anything. It could represent anything. It could be a product, it could be windmills, it could be a service like being flown on a helicopter tour, it could be an experience like a ski vacation. It could even be an idea, something intangible. But no matter what you're doing, what you're trying to innovate on, what you're trying to make better, there is a thing that is good to be aware of. It's not always relevant, but in like 98% of the cases, it is. It's the ability to do things faster, to do them cheaper, or to do them better. The fast, cheap, good triangle of compromise, I want to call it. Now, one way is saying, I want it to be fast. I want our cars to go faster, or our processes to go faster, or our lawn to get mowed faster. I want the thing to be faster. That's fair. You can work on that. You can try to innovate towards that kind of goal. Or you could say, I want them to be cheaper. I want us to get the cost per unit down. I want it to be cheaper to manufacture, cheaper to deliver, cheaper to transport, cheaper to distribute. That's also a classic place for looking at innovation, is how do we make it cheaper? Or you can say, how do we make it better? How do we make that it lasts longer, or it's more safe, or it does its job better, whatever that job may be, whether it's a seat in the stands at a football arena, or it's toothpaste, or it's a piece of banking software. You can always try to make it better, make it more good, so to speak. Now, where it gets interesting is that you can manage two out of these things. Sometimes, if you're working with the right people, you can manage to make it both faster and cheaper. That's doable. You can manage to make it faster and better. That's also doable, though it's hard. And you might even make it both cheaper and better. That's also a possibility. But, and I have friends across multiple industries, let's just say a multitude of industries, who swear by this. You can get one, you can get this, you can get this, or you can get this, but you cannot get all three. And the reason for this, and the reason for the color coding, is that blue, red, and yellow, primary colors, if you mix them, you get purple, you get green, you get orange. That's great. But if you mix all of them, then you get black. It's not happening. And of course, this has nothing to do with the colors. They're just a nice visual representation of it. But you can go for faster and cheaper. You can go for faster and better. You can go for cheaper and better. But you can't do all three at once. Except in very, very rare cases, you cannot do all three at once. Now, where are you going to innovate? What are you going to focus on? Are you going to try to make things faster? Are you going to try to make them better? Or maybe cheaper? Choose. Choose where your focus is, and that's going to make your innovation a lot easier. Now, just promise me one thing. Don't answer all three, tempting as it is. Don't tell it to yourself. Don't tell it to your boss. Don't tell it to the people you work with. Choose one or choose two. Don't try to say all three. That's me trying to do the smiley. Finally, I just want to say thank you for listening. This was one of the shorter keynotes, but I hope that its points were clear. Thank you.